Welcome to Journey with Scriptures, where Bible and life meet together. My name is Peter. The question of John's disciples, why do we and the Pharisees fast much, gives us an opportunity to reflect upon the true meaning of fasting. Enjoy this episode, share it with others. God bless.
Matthew chapter 9, verses 14 to 15. Then John's disciples came to Jesus and asked, "Why do we and the Pharisees fast often, but your disciples don't fast?" Jesus said to them, "The wedding guests cannot mourn while the bridegroom is with them, can they? But the days are coming when the bridegroom will be taken from them, and then they will fast."
On Ash Wednesday, we have been reminded that prayer, fasting, and almsgiving are the three pillars of biblical piety. But what is the meaning of fasting? Is it just about denying ourselves food? Fasting in the Bible is associated with mourning and penance. In the book of prophet Zechariah, we learn that during the Babylonian exile, the people initiated certain days as fasting days in order to remember the beginning of the siege of Jerusalem, the fall of the city, and the capture of the last king of Judah. But the interesting thing is the fact that according to the prophet, God looked critically at their fasting. Actually, there is only one day in the entire year that is dedicated to fasting, and it is the Day of Atonement. It was the only day that the high priest could enter the most holy place of the temple, where the Ark of the Covenant was located, and offer the sacrifices for his own sins and the sins of the nation. But many pious groups, including the Pharisees, were not satisfied with one day in a year of fasting. And so they fasted twice a week. Similar situation happens in our church. Actually, there are only 2 days of fasting, Ash Wednesday and Good Friday. But many are not satisfied with it and also add more days of fasting. But doing so, they should remember the question that God asked his people in the time of Zechariah. When you fasted and mourned, was it for me that you fasted? Do we fast for God or for ourselves? The true meaning of fasting comes in a powerful passage of Isaiah. In chapter 58, the prophet narrates to us a conversation between God and his people. The people ask God, "Why have we fasted and you see it not? Why have we humbled ourselves and you take no knowledge of it?" But God noticed what they would rather overlook, namely, that in the day of the fast, they oppress their workers, quarrel among themselves, and even fight with each other. And then comes one of the most surprising statements regarding the meaning of fasting. It has nothing to do with food, sackcloth, and mourning, but with the deeds of justice and mercy. This passage is worth of reading and rereading. God is asking, "Is not this fast that I choose? To loose the bounds of wickedness, to undo the straps of the yoke, to let the oppressed go free, and to break every yoke? Is it not to share your bread with the hungry, and bring the homeless poor into your house, when you see the naked to cover him, and not to hide yourself from your own flesh?" Do we fast like this? Can we fast like this? Do we dare to fast like this?